ears are the ground. My children are the streams you stole, taking, burning. I end what ended me. I am your destroyer. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
What is...
Thought you could hide, eh? Take this.
I don't want to take that. I don't know why I'm even here. Who are you? I'm going home.
See? That's the problem. Everyone wants to run away, but it never solves anything. You hand them the solution and they just complain about how it doesn't taste like berry snot.
Berry snot?
It's the only way to get dazzleberry juice. You have to tell them jokes until they laugh so hard snot comes out their nose. See? I knew I could get you to laugh. Then you'd collect the juice. The old ways would have us pummel them until it came out, but now people think it's inhumane. I suppose it's a rather nasty business.
Oh, you were serious?
Serious as ever. You need to take this if you want to make sense of things. Nobody comes to me unless they need to.
It's the dreams. They don't stop.
They're getting louder, aren't they?
What do you know?
I know enough to tell you that you have to meet life halfway when death's around you.
What do you mean?
Oh, riddles, diddles, fiddles. You have senses. Use them. Sometimes, child, you have to face things you'd rather not. You have to go to places that are dark, scary, and lonely. And you're loved enough that you can't stay home or whatever you've made that to be. You have to conquer it so it doesn't conquer you. You have the victory. You need to remember who you are.
I'm a nobody, a wanderer.
Yeah. And you hate change, but you hate to stay in the same place for long. Look, we're all a mix of complications and contradictions because we're fickle. It's human nature. Or creature's nature. Come, child. Let me see you.
Whoa. Okay. Are we not gonna talk about that?
Look on. That's why you can't trust in yourself. But you can believe there's more for you. And somewhere out there is your story. One of great triumph. It's not going to look glamorous. That's wasted on those who only care about senseless things. But real things take time.
A true warrior's armor is covered in red. It's worn from battle, torn, battered, and dented. It bears the mark of truth. Only a pretender treats their armor as a costume. His helmet is still shining bronze. His breastplate bears no scratch. But he is a fool, for when battle comes he cannot wield a sword. For his sword was his crafty words, his arrows were his arrogance. And now, when experience comes to him, he has none of his own, and his armor will tarnish in the soils of war as he lays there, fallen, and no one will remember what he said, only how he never fought.
Wow, what does that mean for me?
I'm sorry,
Dear, a long time ago I was someone else, young, instructed to help on the battlefield. We were the Golden Eyes. We protected what was known as the Golden City. But I had to flee. It was no longer safe.
What happened to it? Does it still stand?
No, it was lost centuries ago.
Centuries? That's impossible. You'd be over 1,000 years old.
A few thousand, actually, but that's neither here nor there. You have to visit the city.
How can I... my dream? In my dream, I'm in a city. Well, what looks like one. It's hollowed out, broken, and this blue substance has completely encased it. Look, I don't know how I'm dreaming of this city or even why, but are you telling me my dreams are real? How can I visit a city that no longer exists?
Young minds are always filled with so many questions. I've been waiting a very long time to meet the right person to restore the city. Time is about to run out completely before it's too late to save it. You have been given dreams to see what was. This is a rare gift, one not unfamiliar to myself.
Are you saying I'm like the Golden Eyes?
No, we were trained. It was more than a gift, it was knowing how to use it. You have something else entirely. If you take this, you will see the city as it was, not as it is. You will be able to journey through time, and when you land, the life you possess will fill the city and bring it back to life. I know this feels sudden, but you were chosen. The question I have for you is, will you answer the call?
Go on then. Ugh, it tastes like tar. Oh.
What's happening?
She couldn't have picked someplace warmer? What is this? Lost? Did I lose him? Oh, nope. This is not what I was expecting when picking up flowers. Who's there? Show yourself.
Oh, I sensed the fire and had to come near.
I don't know who you are, but you need to go.
There's no need for all of that. I merely wish to rest by a warm fire on this cold night. Would you let an old traveler rest his weary bones?
I'm too tired to care. There, go, sit, warm up, whatever you must.
You look tired.
Do I? Might be because I'm traipsing about trying to find some magical city with no clear direction where to go.
Magical city, eh?
No, I was just thinking.
Those are some loud thoughts then. You know, to find something that cannot be found often requires one to get lost.
Look around. I think I've already got that part down.
Well then, what are you moping about for? You're well on your way.
Nothing makes sense. Every time I think I take a step forward, I end up stepping into yet another challenge.
Well, challenges...
Don't you dare say that challenges make you stronger. I don't want to be stronger. Not if this is what it takes.
What do you want then?
I don't know. I guess I just want it to end. I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere. Just stuck. And when I think I can't get any lower, I get buried a little more.
Have you heard about the seeds?
Which ones?
There was a land filled with naught but stone and thorn. Nothing grew there but greed and selfishness, so it was a barren wasteland. Yet despite its vast nihility, people had to walk through it. For over the dunes and rocks lay a land called Nahea.
What does Nahea mean?
It means a land far away, or the other side. One day, a weary journeyman was walking through the blistering heat. The sun pounded his head from above. As he looked up to curse the sun for its harshness, he saw a bird flying overhead. The bird opened its mouth, and 4 seeds fell at the man's feet. What can a man do with seeds? He couldn't eat them, for they would hardly fill his stomach. So he looked for somewhere to plant them. Thought, I know, I'll plant one beside the road. For one day they may spring up and provide shade for the journey. But as soon as he placed it in the dirt, another bird came and took the seed. The man then took the second seed and planted it on a large stone. Thinking that the rock was strong and out of the way, he stuck it in some dirt resting on the surface. But the sun was harsh, and just as quickly as the plant began to grow, it was burned to ash. So the man took the third seed and said, This time I'll place it under the thorns, for there the birds can't grasp it, and the sun won't reach it. But as soon as it grew, the thorns devoured its life. With only one seed left, the man decided to keep walking, for where would he place it? As he journeyed on, he noticed a grassy land in the distance. He made his way to it, where he instantly dug his hands into the cool, dark soil and buried the seed. Here, the seed dug roots deep underground and grew into a mighty tree.
That's a really interesting story. What's the point?
The point is, you have life in your hands, but where you invest it is how it will grow. Some people, places, and things are not meant to be in your life forever because they can choke out and burn the truth, like the thorns and the harsh sun. Your life may feel like it's being buried because you've just had to walk through a wasteland, looking for somewhere to plant yourself. And just because things didn't work out how you thought they would, doesn't mean you're alone and rejected. The truth was sparing you from planting your life in places where it would die should you have continued. From what I see, you were afraid, and yet here you are, pushing through your fears and having faith. You were never meant to stay in the wilderness, but it does require you to pass through to Nahea, the other side. Being buried is painful, my child. It requires you to get low, to face the darkness, and to believe that one day you will break through and see the light. But you can't rush growth. Now, this old man is tired. Could you sing me a song so I may rest?
Okay,
Well, that's that. What a silly old man. I gotta get out of here. Huh? What's this? Huh?
I've left you this for your travels. Thank you for a warm fire.
Huh? A helmet? A coat? Pants? Boots? Okay.
Flash.
Who are you? What are you?
Make my blade.
Get back!
Doing fix that.
Should be okay, right? It's okay. I don't think I can stay standing.
I told you to stay away. I told you to leave.
What do you want, huh? Why won't you leave me alone?
This is not your home. This does not belong to you. Sacred ground you desecrate with the stench of your knavery.
I've not desecrated anything. You're the one bringing me here. Just let me leave. I gotta get out of here. What is this place? Untold secrets.
It has been weeks since we've been able to leave. Supplies and food are running out. We are scared. Our endless pursuit, our greed has awakened something terrible. We cannot overcome it. We have fallen into ruin. It is coming for us. It stalks us down. It is coming for us. We cannot escape. It is coming.
No. No! I know what they did! I know what they did! I know what they did to you. Oh, no. Huh? What? Oh, thank you. Oh? What are you wearing? Let's get you out of that. There's no need for it here. Oh, okay. Well, that was that. It seemed all of the sorrow that filled these walls was whisked away when a wanderer came to visit. Since then, life, joy, and happiness filled the city as it brimmed with hope, and our hope was restored. We received a second chance. Just like that, the misery and destruction was whisked away and we were brand new. It does leave us to wonder, though, which one was the dream? Oh, kitty. Oh no. This is so good. It's so hot in here. How do you work here?
Oh, you just get used to it, I guess.
Wow. Oh no. From the ancient city to the golden city, this project has taken me nearly a year from when I started building it, for unintentional reasons, and now I can say it is finally finished. I redid the portal from my last video because it wasn't grand enough. I kept looking at it and thinking, that's it? That this was supposed to be the finale and it just looked like a yellow rectangle. No, not that rectangle. Felt the red tied in the rest of the mud bricks in the pillars leading up to the portal, but we definitely needed more gold. So I made lots of archways that sort of look like a crown and towers that you can walk through. But to further speak to the importance of this place, I've made 2 angels out of bamboo, a golden chandelier from the furniture add-on, following Starfish Studios' original design, sort of representing guardians and power. I wanted the portal to feel like it was being both held together and torn apart by some magnetic field, so some of the blocks are floating around the edges. There's even a throne. I never really had an idea of the city having a leader. Everyone just works together harmoniously. But maybe once a month the people elect someone to be the leader, so power is equally spread out. Or perhaps there is a ruler who prefers to stay in the quiet until absolutely necessary, like for speeches and events. Kinda gives me Jack Sparrow's dad with the whole brooding pirate thing.
You're in my way, boy.
I also tried hiding some jobs around the portal to encourage villagers to wander around the area. On the four corners, I've made some fancy structures to walk through. They don't really serve a purpose other than adding some visual interest. Along with a couple flower beds and benches. I've already explained the rest of the city in the last two videos, where you can go and see it in more detail if you've not watched them, but let's look at the final result. Psalms 139 is a beautiful passage about how God knows us so completely because he puts all of his thoughts and attention into making us. We see how God created everything out of the darkness, not darkness as in evil, but the void. That he is the light of the world, and out of himself he made everything that is in existence, and so he formed me in my mother's womb. He formed me in the darkness of my mother's womb. He formed all of creation in the darkness and void, and he says that darkness and light are alike to him, as in he sees every hidden thing. So when I feel like I'm in the darkness of life, and I don't know where to go or what to do, I can trust God because he knows the end from the beginning. He isn't surprised by anything. He sees it fully laid out, and so when he asks me to trust him when I don't understand, it's because he can see it as clearly as day. And if I had all the answers I think I wanted, it could actually terrify me and make me panic, and then get so fixated and caught up with everything that's gonna happen that I miss what's happening right now. The darkness feels discouraging, but when you know who the light is, you can walk in confidence. I wanted to share that because this whole build has been about transforming what was in the darkness and bringing it back to the light. I also tried adding some rustic looking homes to the side of the rock where the farming villagers could stay, and inside I didn't do any decor, I just added beds. And this was kind of my hope of keeping some in the area too, so I added a couple little homes. Since we now have firefly bushes, I've just sprinkled some around the area, and I just love this little glow. It brings all this life to the area. And it's so cool to see all the villagers just walking around and makes it feel so alive. It's one of my favorite parts of this whole build, even though I had nothing to do with that, they just exist. I did realize that there was no real solid way of coming off and on the bridge. So I built these steps on either side that villagers can go up and down instead of walking over the side of the bridge and onto the top roofs of the little huts. Sassy. Then down here in this area, I'd previously not really decorated it with much, but I did add the beds because I realized they kind of look like fabric benches with a cool little tassel trim. I also added some other beds that look like benches with tables of food, so it's like a lot of people come
Stuttering Stanley, stuttering!
can come down here and relax. Hold on. What is this face? Is something I want to do. Look at it without the texture pack. So, ready? 2, 3. Looks like a 90s McDonald's playscape. See? Does that not look like a play structure? The stones actually look pretty decent. I had forgotten that the texture pack actually sort of has this purplish pink tint to a lot of the blocks. And so everything looks very blue toned in vanilla now. And it just does not blend at all. Oh, that pink is gaudy. And back to regular villager people. This is why I never build with end stone in vanilla. It's too yellow. Maybe has the tiniest hint of green. But this is where I say we advocate for odd block to make this texture pack an add-on. Because I love so many blocks in this pack, but I don't want to miss out on some of the perks of vanilla. So I hope they really consider it. I've left the furniture add-on temporarily, so here I'll turn the furniture add-on off, and yep, just a bunch of confused dirt blocks. This is like the back rooms, but like the front rooms. I will say, smooth stone definitely looks better in the texture pack because this, you can almost make out the squares here. Also, I placed hundreds of candles only to just find out that to stop them from growing, you only need to shear the ends. There's definitely a lot more I wanted to do for the ancient city, more intricate designs, but I think this was a great learning experience. I got to see just how much time and thought it takes to build something this big, and it got me excited for some other videos I'd like to make. What would you like to see? Should I try doing another ancient city, but this time in vanilla? And should I make it a series, or would it be better in one video? Would you like to see this texture pack used again in another build? Or is there something entirely different that you think would be fun to see? I'd love to know your thoughts. I'm really proud of myself for what it took to make this video. And you should be proud of yourself too. I love you, Jesus loves you, and I hope this inspires you to get creative. You're one in a trillion. Elder Krill out.
So I was saying to him, can I help you with something?
Hey, you go sniff someone else. I bathe, Cynthia.
I know.
Once a year. It's medieval time.
I think you forgot your potpourri.
Okay, now, you all better be on your best behaviour. Let's see. What kind of bear gets caught in a rainstorm? A drizzly bear. Why did the tree take up a hobby? It wanted to branch out. What happens when a lightning bolt hears a joke? It cracks up.
Oh, now look, you've gotten it all over my dress.
No, wait. That's not part of the joke. Stop your laughing. This isn't funny, you know. This is Orcswill. Don't ask me where I got it. You wouldn't like to know. Hey, you can't just roll away from me. Get back here.
Ugh, dazzleberries.